45%. So that's significant. And data, as we know in an enterprise, can be existing in production environment, and most often than not, data is also existing in non-production data, non-production environments, right? Many of the production systems nowadays, and even previously, always had very good security measures, wherein there was physical security, where you cannot really enter a data center unless you have authorized IDs. And even when you log in, when you enter the data center, you cannot access a particular production database unless you have got the credentials at the system level, right? So production databases or production data do have a lot of controls and a lot of security measures, but many of the non-production systems do not have such measures, and they are easily accessible to almost everyone in an enterprise. And it has been observed that data, due to a variety of reasons, it can be because of a flaw in an internal system, or it can even be done knowingly. Data from the production system, in many cases, are found to be existing in a non-production environment. It can be a testing environment or a QA environment, and this information is exactly the same as it is existing in a production system. Now, assuming that this is sensitive data, it can be really dangerous and can be potentially misused. Okay. What do you mean by sensitive data, right? And US and in India, you also will be having, sometime in the future, we would be having a number which can be used to uniquely identify a particular individual. Other examples include a PAN card number or the name coupled with the address would make it very easy to identify a particular entity. Okay. What is the solution? If you have, and now we know there is a problem of data privacy breach. So what's the solution? Solution is to have an option of de-identifying sensitive data or sanitizing sensitive data. Okay. Now, when we say de-identification, it basically means a process to systematically remove, mask, or transform data elements that could be used to identify an individual. Right? So it can be done in a variety of ways. There are a number of options available wherein you can de-identify sensitive data. Now, the definition of personal identification information might differ from organization to organization, but generally anything which can be used to potentially identify an entity or an individual is classified as PII. Okay? And other requirement is that in many cases the non-production systems, as in a test or a QA environment, would be requiring production-like data. They don't really need production data. Okay, so for a developer or a tester or a trainer to work on de-identified data, while we should ensure that there is no data privacy breach, we should also at the same time ensure that the testing and the QA team is not affected by the de-identification process that is followed. Okay. An example that is shown in the slide here is that we have a credit card number which is having a specific look and feel. Once it is de-identified, you see that the numbers are changed, but the look and feel still remains the same, as in the number of digits in the credit card number potentially even the starting two digits or the last two digits, all this can be changed so that even if the look and feel is the same, the actual data cannot be misused. So, and what if the data is stolen, exposed, or locked? So if you have de-identified the production data or sensitive data, and that data is made available for general use, and someone tries to misuse it, you cannot do anything about it. You cannot do anything with that. The simple reason is that the data is now masked or it is transformed beyond, beyond potential misuse. So no one can probably misuse that data. So companies need data privacy solutions that provides a comprehensive data masking technique, support for application logic, support for business context data elements, and should have capabilities that preserve data integrity. Okay, so enterprises have got option of doing it manually using their own custom code, or they can also go in for industry standard data privacy solution like IBM Optim, which has got all these features of comprehensive data masking techniques, support for application logic, support for business context data elements, capabilities to preserve data integrity. You would see what exactly these mean in the next few slides. Application-aware data masking.